Behind the Story, our newest show where we go in depth on local stories that are making an impact. And we just finished taping our latest episode. I'm joined now by Eli Sherman, who is the host of the show, along with me and Dan McGowan from the Globe, Rhode Island. And Eli, I'm particularly excited about this week's episode because our first ever guest was a really familiar face.
That's right, Kim, and this was our second episode that we taped, and we haven't been canceled, so I'll take that as a promising sign. This week we were joined by John Howell, who is a legendary figure in news and editor of the Warwick Beacon. He's been there for over 50 years, but really the remarkable thing about him, Kim, is that he continues to pump out stories like he's a 25-year-old.
Yeah.
And so we interviewed him about a recent interview that he had with Mary Marin, who is the president of Butler Hospital, and of course they've been having strikes with workers there for over a month now, and so landing that interview was a really big deal. You know, he got sort of an inside look at what's going on with her mindset, sort of navigating through all of these negotiations on the contract. You can hear a little bit of that from the interview here.
I went down to the picket line this morning at Kent Hospital. As you may know, they've expanded their picket lines from just Butler to every Care New England facility, which includes Kent. And I talked to one of the picketers there.
So you can see there, he's very much out on the street. He's going to things.
Always.
It's remarkable. But one of the things I really liked about having John join us today, Kim, is that he was actually your first boss in journalism.
Yes, that's right. I started at the Warwick Beacon, which was my hometown newspaper, as a high school intern. So I've known John for many years. I'm not going to say how many years. But John really took me under his wing and taught me so much, pretty much gave me the foundations to become a reporter, as he has done with so many young journalists who still work in this market and have gone beyond. And, you know, when we sat down with him, I wanted to sort of pick his brain about covering the same community for more than 5 decades. So take a listen to what he said about Warwick.
When you look at the community as a whole, it is vastly, I think, blue-collar, low and moderate income or moderate income housing, and places for families to start and to build from. And I think that makes the community, it's constantly changing.
They really just don't make them like John Howell anymore.
He's one of a kind, absolutely.
He really is. And it was such a fascinating conversation. So Eli Sherman, thanks for being here. And you can watch that full episode with John Howell tomorrow morning on our 12 Plus TV app. You can also watch it at 8 a.m. Sunday on Fox Providence, and again at 11 a.m. Sunday on the CW Providence. You can also find each new episode on our website, WPRI.com.